is Dr. Gigi Sabat, and you're listening to the Walk With Me podcast. My guest today is Pamela Hull. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure being here.
Such an honor to have you here today. Now, can you start off by telling us a little bit more about you and where are you from?
Okay, I have been in Florida almost all of my life. I presently live in Flagler Beach. I own a company called Southwest Self-Defense. My specialty is teaching self-defense and advocating for women. I am also a boxing coach at Lions Pride, boxing in MMA in Bunnell. I also am a trainer of individuals with Parkinson's. So I am in the business of serving others and hopefully doing some good with others.
Amazing. And I've had the honor to box with you as well as individuals in our class. Beautiful souls, and you are an amazing teacher. So I love it. I love boxing.
Thank you so much. I really enjoy it. And it's great exercise, for full body exercise. It's wonderful.
I agree. Now, you're also an advocate for human trafficking and domestic violence. Tell us a little bit more about what inspired you to be an advocate for both of those as well.
Absolutely. Through my training in MMA, I earned a black belt. And my specialty and my favorite part of that was the self-defense portion. So through the years, I was able to research trafficking, domestic violence, domestic abuse, and so many of my students that came to my studio to be trained were individuals that had suffered through either one of those situations. So it became a mission of mine to truly advocate for those in need, especially the trafficking issue has become a passion of mine. I have trained, I have counseled individuals that were started to be trafficked at the age of 8, and they had come to me at the ages of like 13, 14, 15. I have trained and counseled individuals that were adults that were perhaps in their 30s, 40s, and 50s. So it is something that is very near and dear to my heart, and I am very passionate about doing something about it. And in our current situation in our news these days, bringing those that need to be brought to justice, doing so.
That's right, yes, and raising awareness and educating others about domestic violence is very important, and human trafficking. You're actually one of our speakers for our upcoming global domestic violence event, as well as amazing souls from all over the world. And we do this every year with Ragnar Sneakers with World Women Conference and Awards. This is an event you do not want to miss. That will be in October. Again, you do not want to miss the event, and honored to have you be a part of the event.
It is my pleasure. I look forward to sharing any knowledge I might have, helping in any way that I can for those that need some information.
Yes, absolutely. Now, tell us a little bit more about you and some of the challenges you may have had to face in life.
Great question. I was a victim of crime, so I share this information to those who think that it cannot happen to them. My particular event was an armed home invasion. I was tied up, I had a gun to my head, I was gagged. They took everything that I owned. In that particular situation, I could not have used non-lethal defense to handle my particular situation. So I share with those that the training and learning self-defense in whatever situation happens to you, the confidence that you build, the knowledge of knowing that if anything ever occurs, that you can handle the situation or hopefully never have to use it. But I always express to others that you cannot assume that crime cannot happen to you.
That's very true. Thank you so much for sharing your story. You are truly a warrior. Now, you have some certifications here. Let's talk about it. I have in my hand Certificate of Appreciation. Tell us a little bit more about this certificate.
That particular certificate was given to me by a group called the Armed Women of America. So I not only trained individuals in various counties or cities, but I was invited to train the same group of women for their Florida conference. So every county and city that had a group would come to their conferences in the state of Florida. So there could have been 40 counties converge on, it was usually a gun range, and I was training the individuals there for non-lethal defense. And the importance of this is, even though you may carry a weapon, there is always a situation where possibly you were not able to pull that weapon out and use it. So although, yes, a weapon is one of the best defenses to have, and to be trained, continually trained with that weapon, so you know all the rules and the regulations in our state, you know how to fire it, when not to fire it. And it's only with that continuous education that you will use it properly. My position would be to come in and train you how to defend non-lethally, defend with your arms, defend with your legs. If you land on the ground by your bad guy, by the perpetrator, and be able to then get to your weapon wherever you may carry it and pull it and fire it if that's what's necessary. So my job was to train you non-lethally in order to get to your weapon to defend yourself lethally.
Very good. I believe in our Second Amendment rights as well.
Yes.
I love the work that you're doing there. Now, I have another one here. It says first degree black belt. Tell us a little bit more.
Yes, ma'am. I started training in MMA, mixed martial arts, about 14 years ago. And I earned my black belt, it's been about 8 years ago now, at the age of 60. So I love to share that piece of this because it doesn't matter what age you are, if you have the desire, if you know that it is something that you really want to do. That was a goal that I set from day one when I walked into the dojo. And it was after then that I knew that I wanted to start my business teaching self-defense. So that was a great accomplishment for me.
I love it, and that's right. You can do anything at any age, including working out. And I told you about my friend here, 60 plus, who was working out doing CrossFit, and 90 plus doing CrossFit. So it is possible. You can do anything.
Yes, absolutely.
Now I have another certificate here. Tell us a little bit more about it. It says diploma.
Okay, so when I received my black belt while training in MMA, I knew that I wanted to specialize in the self-defense piece of that. So I started training in Krav Maga. Krav Maga is an Israeli-created form of street defense. So it is all about defending. It is all about the fight. So I trained in Krav Maga for about going on 4 years. And that taught me everything that I needed to know to create my business and a curriculum for those who are not looking to gain a black belt. They're not looking to train in the martial arts for 12, 14, 15 years. It has given me the knowledge I needed to know to teach the people, our moms, our sisters, our brothers, the teenagers, to defend. And I loved the art of Krav Maga.
I love it. One says level 1 and the other one says level 2.
Yes.
Amazing.
Yes.
And then I have here another one. It says certificate of completion, Rock Steady Boxing. Tell us a little bit more.
So the Rock Steady program was created for individuals with Parkinson's. It is a program of exercise and then boxing, because boxing allows you to have the physical form of workout as well as the cognitive form. So we do combinations where we might call the combinations out, and the individuals with Parkinson's, of course, have some diminished physical capacity. So we work them out, we train them in the gym, and then we add the boxing component to it as well, and they love it. They love the boxing portion of this.
Amazing. And then here I have, lastly, I have one more here, and it says personal trainer certification.
Yes, that is the piece that combines everything that I do. It kind of puts it all together. It's so important to be familiar with anatomy, physiology, the muscle groups, because what I do uses all of that, whether it's the self-defense piece of it, the martial arts piece, the boxing piece, the Parkinson's piece, because I also train individuals that cannot make it to the gym any longer. I take all my gear to their homes and meet them where they are physically at that time in their diagnosis, and train them in a way that they are not feeling diminished. We need to build them up. We need to keep them active, because it is a proven fact that one of the biggest items that will allay their symptoms is physical activity. So it's so important to keep them moving, whether they can come to the gym or whether I come to them. That piece is so important for them.
That's right. It is important to meet people where they are. And we're actually doing a podcast together in regards to Parkinson's disease.
Yes,
And
yes.
not just to raise awareness, but also to educate others about Parkinson's disease. It's very important to be aware.
It is, and it is becoming more prevalent, it appears. And of course, there's no cure for this, but there are different treatments. There's a DBS surgery, which is deep brain stimulation. It's a procedure that can be done. Physical activity can be done. We know that what creates Parkinson's is the lack of dopamine in an individual's brain. So of course they are medicated in various ways. So we need to raise awareness. We need to get everyone that is diagnosed with Parkinson's moving. They need to move their bodies and have the camaraderie of others that are sharing the same experience.
Yes. What gives you the most joy?
Oh, everything I just expressed. I love when the light goes on. If I am teaching self-defense and I'm going over some strikes, and you and I are going to experience some of that together. We're going to train together.
Yes, we are.
It is when you see that, wow, I just did that, whether it was a couple of strikes or knees or elbows, and it is enjoyable. If you're not going to have fun learning a new sport or a new technique, you won't want to continue. So we need to make it as pleasurable as we possibly can, even though we are learning something very serious. In boxing, I love the joy that I see in others' faces. I love having fun while we are doing our boxing. Anything that I can do to help someone bring joy in some way, it's just as much joy for me as it is for others, if not more.
I love it. Very powerful. Now, what message do you have for an individual who's facing a challenge right now in their life?
I would say that we know that after the sunset, there's always a sunrise, and it will get better. Have faith.
Amen.
Have faith, and it will always get better.
Yes. Thank you so much. Now, do you have any last words for the audience?
Yes, I would say that anything that it is that you think you would like to do or that you feel you need to do, absolutely do it. If you have a dream, make it happen. If you have a goal, make it happen. Don't quit, and surround yourself with your tribe that shares the same enthusiasm, that shares the same integrity, shares the same character. Make it positive. Our days will not always be perfect.
That's true.
But know that if you surround yourself with those that are, and you are headed towards your goal, just don't ever give up.
That's right. Progression, not perfection, and community truly matters. Pamela, thank you so much for being a guest on the Walk Away podcast.
My pleasure. This has been wonderful, and I thank you for inviting me.
Such an honor. Where can the audience find you?
They can find me on social media. You can Google Southwest Self-Defense. You can go Southwest Self-Defense on Instagram. I do have a business page on Facebook as well, Southwest Self-Defense. And my personal page is Pamela Hull. So please it would be my pleasure to engage in any part of this that anyone is interested in.
Thank you, Pamela. And God bless.
Thank you.